Okay, so first thing in this tutorial, I'm going to take my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I'm just going to prime my lids. Alright, and the next step in this, I'm just going to take a larger, fluffy shadow brush. And this one's just from Crown. I'll actually be taking an inglot color. This is number 65. It's just a nice, really sparkly black. So I'm just going to take that and blend that onto my eye. We're going to try to keep, you know, a nice wing on this. I'm going to take a makeup wipe and make a nice sharp line afterwards. And I'm actually going to be bringing this up pretty high for this look. If you didn't want it as dramatic, you wouldn't have to take it up as high as I do. But I like dramatic makeup, so. And my brush is actually a tiny bit damp because I just cleaned it. But it actually helps because, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it actually helps the glitter adhere to your eye as opposed to, you know, just falling all over your face. Alright, now put that brush aside. We'll be going back to it later. And next I'm actually going to be taking a MAC color. Let me see if I can pull it out to tell you guys the name of it. It is going to be Crystal Avalanche. I don't know if you guys can read that, but it's just a nice frosty white color. And we're gonna put that on the inner, I guess, half of the lid. I'm just gonna bring this black over a tiny bit more. Because we're going to need that as a blending factor there. Alright, and this is just a Sonia Kashuk brush that I got from Target. I'm just going to load up my brush with that white and I'm just going to pack that on. I want it to be relatively opaque, just because this is a nice dramatic look. I did this look the other day and it made me appreciate white eyeshadow a little bit more. I was on an anti-white eyeshadow kick for a while there. And I'm just going to kind of overlap the black. Don't worry about that crease too much because we're actually going to be blending that out with a different color. Alright, I'm just going to blend that over. And then we're going to take that large fluffy brush again and we're just going to blend. I will say that it is a bit difficult just because this one's like a matte shadow with a glitter and this one's super high frost. So it does take a little bit longer to blend these ones out as opposed to blending two matte shadows together or so on and so on. And just keep working with it. Just keep blending till you get that kind of gradient effect. Blending definitely takes patience, that's for certain. And there's some mornings I do not have patience. Alright, now we're going to set that aside as well. And now we're going to be taking, if I can find the brush, it is a Sonia Kashuk like kind of blending crease brush. I don't remember the name of it, but it's the one that Vintage or Tacky did the tutorial where she reshapes it by smushing the ferrule on it. And I'm going to be taking my Sugarpill Sweetheart palette, and I will be taking Dolly Pop, this amazing hot pink, just dipping my brush in it, then tapping away the excess, and I'm going to overlap that just a tiny bit and pull that right over top the black. And we can actually blend this as we go. And kind of go down towards the shape of your nose a tiny bit, not too much. I don't want it to be too over the top, just because I mean, it's already like a super dramatic gothic kind of makeup styling already. It doesn't need to be too over the top. Just take that brush and blend that up a tiny bit, and that makes it a little bit smoother. Just grab a tiny bit more Dolly Pop and just bring that up a tiny bit more, just because I want to see that nice pop of bright pink up there. Alright. Now that that's nice and blended, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'd have to say that if I had to choose a favorite Sugarpill color, or a Sugarpill color that I couldn't live without, it would probably be Dolly Pop, because I pretty much wear it on a day-to-day basis. Like, sometimes I wear it so much that my eyelids are stained hot pink. It's kind of ridiculous, but love and devotion. One of these days I might actually do a Sugarpill review, since I've got quite a bit more loose shadows now, and I have both of the palettes. The only color I'm missing out of the pressed one is a Bulletproof, the matte black one. All I'm doing is, as I'm doing it, I'm just, you know, very shortly back and forth, kind of smudging. Wouldn't necessarily say blending, but smudging. Just because I want to be able to see the difference between the two, but I want them to be somewhat blended together. And you're gonna get your eyes to look similar like that. Alright, and now for the fun part. We're actually going, this is my makeup wipe that I took my work makeup off with, but we're going to take a clean edge of it, and I'm just going to wrap it around my finger. And I'm just going to go with my like bottom lash line and just go up, and then dab away that excess. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, and now that both of those are like that, I will be taking my Sugarpill Absinthe, and it's just a super amazing, gorgeous green. Possibly another Sugarpill color I couldn't live without. And I will be taking a little small pointed blender brush. This is the C41. It's from the Crown brush website. It's probably my favorite out of all of the Crown brushes that I've ordered. Like the one I can't live without. I pretty much use it for everything. It's really good for super defined cut creases and soft cut creases, which is what I like it for the most, because I like to have the versatility of, you know, dramatic and not dramatic. All I'm going to do is take that Absinthe and just put that right in there. And when it's kind of awesome how the Absinthe plays off of the white shadow. It makes it almost look like a spring green color. And just slightly blend that because we don't want to lose too much of the white there. And really, like, I haven't even dipped into the actual absinthe pot. I'm just using whatever, you know, residue was left over in the lid there. And I am just lightly placing it. Always better to go back over it than to end up with a huge glob of green in the corner of your eye. I'm really interested as to how absinthe would look over Kryllon's UV Day Glow, the obscene green one. Might try that sometime soon, possibly tomorrow. Alright, now that you have that, I think in the original look that I posted on my Twitter, I used Sugarpill Darling loose shadow underneath my eye, which is like a nice bright turquoise. But I'm feeling like I've been neglecting my Royal Sugar, so I'm actually going to be putting Royal Sugar on my lower lash line tonight. And let me just gonna wipe that brush off on a paper towel just to get a little bit of that green out of there. And once again, I'm just gonna be using whatever's left over in the lid. And like, I've had my Royal Sugar for probably like 2 months and I haven't even like made a dent in it. And I use it probably almost on a day-to-day basis. I haven't used it in a tutorial, probably in a tutorial or so. Just load your brush up and just place that in your lower lash line. I think I also might try to play around with Royal Sugar with different bases underneath of it too, because I really want to figure out how to make, you know, it pop like insane blue, you know. Alright, and now that is that, I'll actually show you how much I absolutely adore Royal Sugar. I actually turned it into a nail polish. Just took my OPI little trial size of clear coat. That's it on half my nail. It's gorgeous on the nails as well as on the eyes. Alright, and I'm actually going to do my highlight now. And I want this really, really defined, so I'm actually going to take like a nice stiff brush. And again, another Sugarpill color. I'm just going to take the matte white taco. And like, I have Royal Sugar glitter on my nose. And just take that, and I'm just going to place that underneath my brow. Kind of blend that in, and then pack a little bit more on. Keep thinking of more and more Sugarpill colors that I couldn't live without, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that I couldn't live without Sugarpill. Because I use taco on a day-to-day basis. I'm like, you probably can't really tell because it's a white shadow, but I've put a nice dent in that one. Actually a bigger dent than I actually have in my Dolly Pop, so that just goes to show you how often I use it. Although I have had it since last Christmas, so I've had it for a decent amount of time to put that big of a dent in it. Alright, so now the highlight is done. Now I'm going to actually do my liner. I'm only going to show you guys one eye just because it takes up so much time. Alright, so I'm actually going to be taking a super fine, this is the MAC 210. I'm just going to be taking a gel eyeliner. And you're going to want to load your brush up so it's nice and goopy. And how I do mine is I just kind of, you know, from the corner of my eye, I'm just going to go up with that wing. And then I follow it in. And then follow it in a little bit more. And essentially you could stop right there at the middle. I like super dramatic eyeliner, so I'm going to go ahead and dip back into my eyeliner pot. Obviously I'm a client, I wouldn't be sticking the brush right in there, but and just keep following it over. I'd say until you're super good at eyeliner, which I'm still not super duper good, like I still have to work at it. I'd say to just take it slow, step by step, and just, you know, keep itching over a little bit further and further. This is the part that gets tricky to do on camera. Just go into the corner like that, and I'm an eyelid tugger. I just slightly tug it, close my eye. And connect it, and then I just go back in once I have my baseline and thicken it up a tiny bit. Just grab more product. Alright, and you're gonna have something that looks like this. It's not perfect right here in the corner, but and then I am actually going to take and follow it like so down into the corner of my eye to give me a nice super dramatic cat eye. And then I'm just going to connect like so, go on to my waterline. Alright, and on my Twitter I actually had a double wing over here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just literally taking from the corner right here, same like I did up on top but opposite, and then I will slowly connect this. I'm going to connect it a little bit at a time because I don't want it, you know, super thick or anything. Alright, and then if you want it to come out a tiny bit more, just pull it a little bit like that. So then you get the double wing effect, because the first wing goes along with the actual, you know, tight cut line right there. So having the other one kind of gives it a more dramatic effect. Alright guys, so that's the look. I hope you guys enjoyed the look, and if you have any requests, especially if you're one of my followers on Twitter and you see me post a makeup look of the day from when I'm going to work or going out or something, and if you want to see a tutorial for that look, just, you know, let me know and I'll do it for you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.